What's happening, YouTube's more motivation reactions, back with another reaction video. So we're doing a reaction on a couple of Larry Bird stories told by NBA legends. Okay, I don't want to spend too long on the introduction. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you for your support. Let's get into this video. 3, 2, 1, let's get it.
Trash talk stories, and this one is one of the greatest and funniest trash talk moments of all time. Now, a few months ago, I posted a Larry Bird video that did quite well on this channel, and it featured Dominique in the Atlanta Hawks. But this video is separate to that, and this trash talking moment happened a few years later. This is the time that Larry Bird appeared on the side web, Dominique Wilkins, with the greatest basketball. If you enjoy it by the end of the video, subscribe to the channel in the return. In the playoffs, what were those matches like? It was unbelievable. Game 7.
Game 7 of the 1988 Eastern Conference semifinals, were Dominique Wilkins and the Hawks, and Larry Bird and the Celtics. It was time to test their championship resolve. For 3 quarters, the teams fought to a standstill. But he was only afraid of what was to come. As the final quarter began, a grueling personal contest ended on this was all the games.
Wow. Okay. Wait, so basically a player came up to him in 1988 and trash talked him. Okay. Told by the NBA players and legends.
Well, in college, I used to watch in Sports Illustrated, and I remember seeing Dominique Wilkins. And I said, man, I would love to play with this guy, not knowing anything about the Hawks. So it was like, I would love to play with him. And then ended up getting drafted by Atlanta. Now he's my teammate. And I was like, a dream come true.
You think about those Atlanta teams, Dominique and Spud and Doc Rivers,
Tree Rollins.
And so they for sure had a respect of us. Kevin Lewis.
Sheesh, he was a major athlete. Dominique Wilkins, major athlete. It just sucks when you don't win championships and you don't have all the accolades. You're not really recognized as how great you were. Dominique is one of those players.
Lewis was a good player, and Dominique and Doc Rivers and Spud Webb came off the bench.
Randy with Tree Rollins, Kevin Willis,
yeah.
I mean, the Red Big Island, yeah.
We were growing really young. We were really athletic. We had that energy that a team would need. All we had to do was build chemistry, begin to understand each other's games, weaknesses and strengths, and we did that. We started to flourish after the first 4 or 5 years.
They were a deep team that could score the ball, and we weren't at our best. We were in trouble.
But with that team, it was so fun to watch because Dominique was the headliner, but everyone else around him. We talk about Spud Webb, they would come over and play with us across the Georgia Tech and say, this little Joker can flat out go. First small guy get the dunk contest, win the dunk contest, all the hype around him. The question would be, when he got crunch time, the other team would outsmart him. That was a pretty good bunch to knock it all. And they had that one, remember the Dominique, Larry Bird, big shooter.
And the thing I appreciate about Spud Webb, he gives guys that are not as tall hope when it comes to this sport. I know things changed a lot over the past few years, but it's an inspiration for someone that short to be that athletic, winning multiple dunk contests. And even him, even Nate Robinson reminds me of him a little bit as well.
It's Game 7 in 1988 against the Atlanta Hawks. Dominique and Larry Bird, one of the most clutch moments. I remember watching it as a kid. Got me hyped. I went outside and started shooting outside. I was both y'all, but 1988, that had to be one of the best semifinals. Nick and Bird.
Game 7, that was the Bird series.
Shot for shot.
Shot for shot.
Dominique and Bird going back and forth. You know, we should have eliminated them in 6.
Well, the whole series was crazy. Game 1 and 2, the Celtics won by 80 points. Like, they blew us out.
As the Hawks found themselves down to the final gasp.
Wow. Don't you just miss basketball how it used to be? Actually competitive. Now, the one wearing skirts, paint their fingernails, tweet on Twitter. Well, Twitter is really old now, actually. It's about Instagram likes, fake cloud, competitive fire is almost gone, folks. You know, if we see anybody that possesses any qualities of a competitor, let's appreciate them because it's just, yeah, it's a different time now.
Put back over the upper, they were flying high. The offensive spark plug, little spun win, found a way to slither through the seventh inning, putting together a career best playoff for.
Look at him, we're done. You know, and then we win game 3 and then win game 4. Go into Boston and win game 5. And that was a great game. I think we took control.
It's kind of a clash of two worlds. In Bird, you got somebody who's already an icon. He's already been sanctified as a Boston Saint. And Dominique represents a different kind of basketball.
We had him, Matt, one time referee too.
We won game 5 in Boston. We was not supposed to win that game. Critically. So we were going to game 6 and said, man, we can advance and we can beat these guys.
The Frenetic Hawks, led by the Freakazoid.
That is impressive, man, if that would have happened, but unfortunately, not the case.
Old school Boston by the throat. Up 3 games to 2 in the best of 7 series.
All Atlanta has to do is go down to Atlanta and close the series out.
And then the last play in game 6 was, Dominique and I were the two guys that scored.
And at the end of the game, we broke a play.
I called a timeout because they knew what we were running. We called another one.
It turned into a broken play.
I inbounded the ball to Cliff Livingston, and he was supposed to dribble handoff to either me or Dominique. DJ read, and he top-sided me. Cliff looked at Dominique, and then Cliff went on his own.
Went to back left hand, running hook. I was mad.
Coach right-handed. He shot a left-handed hook shot.
Robinson, no. Boston has won the game.
The play was supposed to come to me, and I'm like, wait, don't break the play, bro. And so we ended up losing that game. That's the game.
I remember this old lady at the airport. I mean, and I'm not exaggerating. She may have been 8. Had her little purse, and she walks up to me. Hey, Rivers, you thought you wasn't coming back, didn't you? I will never forget that. I wish I knew who that lady was.
Barry made the prediction. He said, Atlanta.
Fans can be the worst trash talkers ever. Seriously. This one wasn't too bad, but man, some of you fans chill out. Don't be being disrespectful to the players or cursing at them, racist remarks. Like, eliminate that, man. Come on. At the end of the day, if there weren't players that were good enough to be in the league to play, to entertain you, it wouldn't be anything for you to enjoy as far as sports go. So, as a fan, stop doing it. Right? You can be passionate about your team. You can want your team to win. You can want a championship, but there's no sense of getting to a point you're making racial slurs, right? Curse words at players. Like, come on. We shouldn't get to that point. That made me think of it, but this one doesn't really relate because she said something that was trash talking, not really something that was like cursing. You know what I mean? Anyways.
I'm going to put the opportunity. I guarantee we win in Boston.
They had a chance. They had a big chance to beat us. I think now we're going to come out and play like we did tonight, but we're going to get home. And our shots going to be dropping a little bit better, and we're going to be running a little bit faster. So I'd say Sunday's going to be a big win for the Celtics.
And we had to look at that, right? I guarantee you when Atlanta blew the opportunity. I'm like, hey, I don't know what Bird talking about. We have a great opportunity. We going in there, we going to kick their butt. We coming to win it. I don't care what he said. We get to Boston. And we walk out of the locker room and I stopped. I said, we gonna win this big game. I said, if you ain't ready to fight, you ain't ready to go to war. If you guys ain't ready to fight, you ain't ready to go to war, don't even come to the court.
Sheesh. The big mistake, buddy. Big mistake. Alright, let's carry on.
Don't come out here. So whoever gonna be tonight gonna have a long night. Unfortunately, Bird was saying the same thing in the locker room to his teammates. So it set up for one of the greatest shootout ever in the 7th game. And I remember
Larry Bird, he passed by our locker room, he like, there's nobody in here to guard me. But he was playing though, yeah, because he was free.
I remember before this big game against Dominique that Larry was out shooting. I was out shooting early at one end of the court, Larry was down at the other end, and I noticed that Larry was down there like shooting left-handed jump hooks from like 12, 15 feet. Now he made left-handed shots, but I saw him shooting right-handed jump hooks from 12 to 15 feet. And I went down there and go like, what are you doing? He goes, my Achilles tendons are killing me. My step back it won't work tonight. I need that jump hook. And he made something that game. I mean, it's just unbelievable. That just tells you his confidence. It tells you what kind of a player he was, just to have a game plan of what shots he was going to make that night.
And it goes to show, like, I spoke about this earlier, or I guess a couple of weeks ago. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. All right. He went into the game with a game plan, and there's something you can take with that and apply to all parts of life. Nobody that's great at anything that you see got there without some sort of plan, some sort of structure. Nobody that's muscular did not get there without some sort of structure, a proper way to eat, adequate rest, adequate nutrition, and adequate consistency. You know what I mean? So something like that you can take and apply it in anything. So that's inspiring to hear.
So it started off one of the greatest shit I've done in 7th game.
His right words, brash words.
With the right mindset, believing that we would have a chance to win Game 7.
You know, it's one of those Sundays in the Boston Garden, hot. Crowd crazy. They expected they were going to win. I don't think they expected to have a tussle like they had in that game.
Game 7 would go down as one of the greatest games in NBA history.
Dominic was an unstoppable player. No guy could guard him equal man for man. You could see his competitiveness. You could see his determination in that Game 7.
Wow. He's often labeled as somebody that's just an athlete, but he could do other things, man. He could shoot. He can, So give him his credit.
There was only one player on the floor who could match his will.
Stop making Amazon sellers rich. I hate to tell you this, but every single time you shop on Amazon, you're making some...
And I remember he only had 12 points in the fourth quarter. I remember coming down the floor, and I remember myself, Larry Bird, and Kevin Willis. I really believe this. The reason why Larry Bird got so hot in that game, in that fourth quarter, Kevin Willis and I and Bird was running down the court. We were running down the court, and Kevin reached across me, put his hands, and put his finger in Larry Bird's chest. I said, "Don't let this."
Bruh, big mistake, man. Never do that. Never do that. Some people know how to use anything negative and channel it into energy. Big mistake.
Let this so-and-so score anyway. Kevin Willis came over and said, "Don't let him score that night." And Bird saying, "The next one I'm looking at Kevin. What you doing? What are you doing?" I like this day.
You don't want to wake him sleeping giant. He got 12 points. Like, don't wake him up.
Are you crazy?
Let him stay asleep. Yes.
What you doing?
You don't wake up with sleeping giants.
His eyes got that thing. It's like his eyes got this thing.
I looked at him, what are you doing? And from that point, it was a shooting match.
That fourth quarter was unbelievable.
Larry was torturing him, Dominic was torturing me on the end ball.
That fourth quarter, maybe the best fourth quarter as far as Miles of all time. I gotta come down there. Obviously,
This is so awesome. I gotta watch that game, like the full game. I gotta watch the Game 7.
I gotta keep us going.
And I remember sitting down before the fourth quarter, and I'm watching the game.
And I remember they took me out for a blow, and Cliff Livingston came to the game, and he got hot.
And I remember Coach said, "All right, Nick, go in there and slow him down." I said, "Slow him down."
He hot, man. Forget that. That's the only thing I can do is try to match him bucket for bucket.
That's what turned out one of the greatest fourth quarters ever.
So we're playing, and the ball goes up. You clear space, you get that rebound every day. You're not even worried about it. So I push, and I go to get it. And all of a sudden, man, there's just a force all over my shoulder. He grabs it, he dunks it. You know the short shorts? They're right here.
Ah, crazy.
He threw that thing down, and I was like, oh my God, Larry has a classic line. Larry goes, shoot, better box that guy out. I'll get myself. I just put a box.
Oh, goodness. Why didn't Larry guard him? I wonder. Anyway.
That was one of the craziest things ever. I'd never seen a guy that high in my life. He just threw.
Who basically put the team on his shoulders in that fourth quarter.
The Celtics are ahead of the Atlanta Hawks. 482. Will return to the Garden.
Make it easier for him to bring the ball.
Bird now cuts free. The defense. Tied at 88. Bird coming up.
know,
Goodness gracious. Oh
pretty
man.
much the whole game. Larry, in the fourth quarter, kind of was in, carried their team. That's what made him so great.
Will his body to even finish that game, let alone score 20 in the fourth quarter of Game 7.
Wow. Remarkable.
Larry Bird that night was, listen, it was unbelievable. And he was so clutch. He was just as clutch that night. It's just that Larry in the fourth quarter was unstoppable.
So clutch is not just the final 3 or 4 seconds of the game. And the thing is, we were sending everybody at him to slow him down. He was so hot that I think one of the shots he hit was a left-handed 3. That's when you know a guy is in his zone.
They knew he could get the ball. That's Robert Parrish really said 40,000 eyes on Larry Bird because they knew he could get the ball. And we knew it, our opponents knew it, and now it's just up to them to stop him.
Boston Celtics will win this series.
Wow.
A little bit of everything. I don't know really what he was doing in that fourth quarter, but the stuff that he was doing, it was unbelievable, man. I mean, he was showing left-hand shots, running hooks. His game was at another level. We was trying to match each other's will.
20 of his 34 in the fourth quarter. Dominique has.
Yeah, Larry Bird hit more clutch shots, in pressure situations than any player.
They told you about each and every one, right?
You talked about Larry Bird saying someone's got to lose this game. When did he say that to you? Early in the fourth or late in the fourth?
No, it was late in the fourth quarter. It was probably like, I don't know, 30, 40 seconds to go in the game. I think it was a timeout. We were taking the ball out of the bounds. I can't remember what it was, but I remember him saying that. And he said, we both deserve to win, but somebody got to go home. And, man, to his credit, man, he took the Celtics and put them on his back. And
He would call the spot. Yeah.
That's inspiring, man. That's inspiring. That's inspiring. That's all I can say. That's truly inspiring. Solomon said there, man. We can both deserve to win, but one of us has to go home. And that's a fact about life, man. And you know what? We can take a lesson from that. Live each day like that. You know what I mean? You can deserve all the things in the world, but it's only gonna really happen for the people that want it the most. Right? That's what I got from that. But truly inspiring video. Thank you so much for watching this reaction video. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, stay tuned for more reaction videos. I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless.